Hello and welcome back to Friday Reads, where we help you find your next read. I'm Jill.
And I'm Julie, and if you've been in the library, you know we have a display of Murder is Afoot. So today, Jill and I are going to highlight books that have murders in them.
Murder.
So, what's your first pick, Jill?
My first one is Finlay Donovan is Killing It by El Calcimano. This was published in 2021. And it's the first in a series, but I'm not sure. I think she has a second one out yet. Finlay Donovan is killing it, except she's really not. She's a stressed-out single mom of two and a struggling novelist. Finlay's life is in the new book she promised her literary agent isn't written. Her husband, her ex-husband, fired the nanny without telling her, and this morning she had to send her 4-year-old to school with hair duct taped to her head after an incident with scissors. When Finlay is overheard discussing the plot of her new suspense novel with her agent over lunch, she's mistaken for a contact killer and inadvertently accepts an offer to dispose of a problem husband in order to make ends meet. Soon Finlay discovers that crime in real life is a lot more difficult than its fictional counterpart as she becomes tangled in a real-life murder investigation. Finlay Donovan is Killing It. A little mild for a start there.
Starting with Agatha Christie, and this is Curtain, Poirot's Last Case. This was published in 1975. Arthritic and immobilized, Poirot calls on his old friend Captain Hastings to join him at Styles to be the eyes and ears that will feed observations to Poirot's still razor-sharp mind. Though aware of the criminal's identity, Poirot will not reveal it to the frustrated Hastings and dubs the nameless person X. Already responsible for several murders, X, Poirot warns, is ready to strike again, and the partners must work swiftly to prevent imminent murder. Agatha Christie wrote this during World War II as a gift for her daughter should she not survive the bombings. It was kept safe for over 30 years, and then it was agreed among the family that Curtain would finally be published in 1975.
Interesting.
By her long-standing publishers. So this is actually the 44th book in the Hercule Poirot series, which began with The Mysterious Affair at Styles. So if you want to check out a murder mystery with Agatha Christie, Curtain, Poirot's Last Case.
I hadn't heard of that one. My next one is All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. 1 year ago, Isabel Drake's life changed forever. Her toddler son, Mason, was taken out of his crib in the middle of the night while she and her husband were asleep in the next room. With little evidence and few leads for the police to chase, the case quickly went cold. Isabel cannot rest until Mason is returned to her. Literally. Except for the occasional catnap or small blackout where she loses track of time, she hasn't slept in a year. Oh, God. Isabel's entire existence now revolves around finding him, but she knows she can't go on this way forever. In hopes of jarring loose a new witness or buried clue, she agrees to be interviewed by a true crime podcaster. But his interest in Isabel's past makes her nervous. His incessant questioning, paired with her severe insomnia, has brought up uncomfortable memories from her own childhood, making Isabel start to doubt her recollection of the night Mason's disappearance, as well as second guess who she can trust, including herself. But she is determined to figure out the truth no matter where it leads. All the dangerous things.
My second pick is Sunday Silence by Nikki French, and this was published in 2017. Lover of London, gifted psychologist, frequent police consultant, Frida Klein is many things. And now she's a person of interest in a murder case. A body's been discovered in the most unlikely and horrifying of places, beneath the floorboards of her house.
Oh, wow.
The corpse is only months old, but the chief suspect appears to have died more than 7 years ago. Except as Frida knows all too well, he's alive and well and living in secret, and it seems he's inspired a copycat. As the days pass and the body count rises, Frida finds herself caught in a fatal tug-of-war between two killers, one who won't let her go and another who can't let her live. This is actually part of a series also. It's the 7th book in the Frida Klein series, which begins with Blue Monday. So if you're fans of Elizabeth George, Something to Hide, or Paula Hawkins, Girl on the Train into the Water, check out Nikki French, Sunday Silence. And a corpse under the floorboards of your house.
Oh, boy. So my next one is the Thursday Murder Club. This is the 4th in the series. If you're not familiar with the Thursday Morning Murder Club, this is a group of 4 friends in a retirement home who solve murders. This is the 4th book in the series. The first one is, I think, is called the Thursday Murder Club. In this one, shocking news reaches the Thursday Murder Club. An old friend in the antiques business has been killed, and a dangerous package he was protecting has gone missing. As the gang springs into action, they encounter art forgers, online fraudsters, and drug dealers, as well as heartache close to home. With the body count rising, the package is still missing, and trouble firmly on their tail. Has their luck finally run out? And who will be the last devil to die? So, Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman.
I read the first one in the series of that. That was cute. So I've got more of those on my to-be-read list.
I feel like if you want a murder that's not too bloody,
graphic.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is my favorite title of the books I picked this week. And this is In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead, published in 2021. 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. A college reunion turns dark and deadly in this chilling and suspenseful novel about 6 friends, 1 unsolved murder, and the dark secrets they've been hiding from each other and themselves for a decade. 10 years after graduation, Jessica Miller has planned her triumphant return to Southern elite Duquesne University, down to the envious whispers that are sure to follow in her wake. Everyone is going to see the girl she wants them to see. Confident, beautiful, indifferent, not the girl she was when she left campus, back when Heather's murder fractured everything, including the tight bond linking the 6 friends she'd been closest to since freshman year. 10 years ago, everything fell apart, including the dreams she worked for her whole life and her relationship with the one person she wasn't supposed to love. But not everyone's ready to move on. Not everyone left Duquesne 10 years ago, and not everyone can let Heather's murder go unsolved. Someone's determined to trap the real killer and to make the guilty pay. When the 6 friends are reunited, they'll be forced to confront what happened that night and the year's worth of secrets each of them would do anything to keep hidden. This is told in dual timelines with a dark campus setting and a darker look at friendship, love, ambition, and obsession. So this was described as an addictive, propulsive read you won't be able to put down. So, love the title. In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife.
I've been looking forward all week to hearing about that book. So my next one is The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. Edward Fosca is a murderer. Of this, Mariana is certain, but Fosca is untouchable. A handsome and charismatic Greek tragedy professor at Cambridge University, Fosca is adored by staff and students alike, and particularly by the members of the secret society of female students known as the Maidens. Mariana Andros is a brilliant but troubled group therapist who becomes fixated on the Maidens when one member, a friend of Mariana's niece Zoe, is found murdered at Cambridge. Mariana, who was once herself a student at the university, quickly suspects that behind the idyllic beauty of the spires and turrets and beneath the ancient traditions lies something sinister, and she becomes convinced that, despite his alibi, Edward Fosca is guilty of the murder. But why would the professor target one of the students? And why does he keep returning to the rites of Persephone, the maiden, and the journey to the underworld? When another body is found, Mariana's obsession with proving Fosca's guilt spirals out of control, threatening to destroy her credibility as well as her closest relationships. But Mariana is determined to stop this killer, even if it costs her everything, including her own life. So, The Maidens, 2021. I was kind of surprised this was a murder book because it doesn't look like one.
No, I just listened to that, actually. Well, my last pick had dual timelines, and this one has different realities. So, The 22 Murders of Madison May by Max Berry, published in 2021. I love you in every world. Young real estate agent Madison May is shocked when a client at an open house says these words to her. The man, a stranger, seems to know far too much about her and professes his love shortly before he murders her. Felicity Staples hates reporting on murders. As a journalist for a mid-sized New York City paper, she knows she must take on the assignment to research Madison May's murder, but the crime seems random and the suspect is in the wind. That is, until Felicity spots the killer on the subway right before he vanishes. Soon Felicity senses her entire universe has shifted. No one remembers Madison May or Felicity's encounter with the mysterious man. And her cat is missing. Felicity realizes that, in her pursuit of Madison's killer, she followed him into a different dimension, one where everything about her existence is slightly altered. At first, she's determined to return to the reality she knows, but when Madison May, in this world, a struggling actress, is murdered again, Felicity decides she must find the killer, and she learns that she's not the only one hunting him. So, traveling through different realities, Felicity uncovers the opportunity and danger of living more than one life. So, sounded like kind of an interesting story. So, the 22 murders in Madison, May.
So this one, I think you might be familiar with the author, Megan Miranda. She does write a lot of murdery kind of things. 10 years ago, Abigail Lovett fell in love with the job she loves, managing the Passage Inn, a cozy upscale resort nestled in the North Carolina mountain town of Cutter's Pass. Cutter's Pass is known for its outdoor offerings, rafting and hiking, with access to Appalachian Trail by way of a gorgeous waterfall, and its history is mysterious. As the book begins, a string of unsolved disappearances that has haunted the town is once again thrust into the spotlight when journalist Landon West, who is staying at the inn to investigate the story of the vanishing trail, then disappears himself. Abby has sometimes felt like an outsider within the community, but she's come to view Cutter's Pass as her home. When Landon's brother Trey shows up looking for answers, Abby can't help but feel the town closing ranks, and she's still on the outside. When she finds incriminating evidence that may bring them closer to the truth, Abby soon discovers how little she knows about her coworkers, neighbors, and even those closest to her. The last to vanish.
She is a popular author here. My last one is kind of a different type of murder book. This is My Murder by Kate Williams, and this was published last year. What if the murder you had to solve was your own? Lou is a happily married mother of an adorable toddler. She's also the victim of a local serial killer. Recently brought back to life and returned to her grieving family by a government project, she's grateful for her second chance. But as the new Lou readapts to her old routines and she bonds with other female victims, she realizes that disturbing questions remain about what exactly preceded her death and how much she can really trust all of those around her. Now, it's not enough to care for her child, love her husband, and work the job she's also enjoyed. She must also figure out the circumstances of her death. This was described as darkly comic, tautly paced, and full of surprises, and it's a devour in one sitting clever twist on a classic thriller. So a woman is back to life to solve her own murder. My Murder by Kate Williams.
You definitely have something invested in figuring that one out. Well, we hope we helped you find something to read if you're feeling like reading about murder.
Come into the Kimberly Public Library, check out our display. We've got a lot of books that involve murders pulled right now. You can find our videos on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel. Jill puts a link on the website. And until next time, we thank you for watching.
Bye.